Stop. You have spent the better part of 30, maybe 35 years working. You did everything right. Or at least mostly right. You saved. You contributed to your 401k. You did not blow your money on things that did not matter. And now you are either retired or getting pretty close to it. And you are sitting there looking at your portfolio, thinking, now what? Because here is the thing. Nobody really warns you about getting to retirement and actually living in retirement are two completely different financial problems. The whole time you were working, the goal was simple. Accumulate. Save more. Invest more. Let it grow. But the moment you stop working, the entire game flips. Now you have to figure out how to make that money last. Potentially 20, 25, 30 more years. Without running out. And without lying awake at 2 a.m. wondering if the market is going to crater and take your income with it. There is a growing group of retirees who have quietly figured something out. They are not necessarily the wealthiest people. They are not financial geniuses. But they have built an income strategy around a specific kind of ETF approach that gives them what most retirees desperately want. Predictability. Stability. The feeling that the money is going to keep showing up, even when the market is doing something dramatic and terrifying on the news. Stick with me for 10 minutes. Here is how to build your invisible landlord. When most people imagine retirement income, they picture something clean and simple. Social Security comes in. Maybe a pension if you are lucky. And then you pull from your savings as needed. Easy. But the reality is messier. And there is one specific risk that financial planners quietly consider. One of the most dangerous threats to a retirement portfolio. Sequence of returns risk. Here is a simple way to think about it. Two retirees. Let us call them Linda and Paul. Both retire on the same day. With the same amount of money. With the same average returns over their retirement. But Linda's bad years happen early. Right after she retires. Paul's bad years happen later. Even though their average return is identical. Linda's portfolio will be significantly smaller after 10 years than Paul's. Sometimes devastatingly smaller. Why? Because Linda was withdrawing money during the down years. She was selling shares at low prices to cover her living expenses. She had fewer shares left to participate in the recovery. A basic total market index fund in retirement is brilliant for accumulation. But in the withdrawal phase, a basic index fund does not particularly care about your income needs. It just sits there, going up and down. And you are responsible for figuring out when and how to sell, hoping the timing works out in your favor. There is a category of ETFs that has been growing rapidly over the last several years. Dividend ETFs. And a newer generation of income-focused ETFs that use strategies like covered calls to generate consistent cash flow from a portfolio. The core idea is not that complicated. Instead of relying purely on price appreciation, where you accumulate gains and then sell shares to create income, these ETFs are designed to generate income directly. They distribute cash monthly in many cases. And that changes the psychological and mathematical experience of retirement in a way that is hard to overstate. Let us say you have a meaningful chunk of your retirement savings in an ETF that distributes somewhere between 4 and 8% annually, paid out every single month. Suddenly, you are not watching the market and thinking, Do I need to sell today to cover next month's bills? You are watching income arrive consistently, the same way a paycheck used to arrive. For a lot of retirees, the feeling of financial security matters almost as much as the actual math. When you know that income is coming in, regardless of whether the market had a rough week, you sleep differently. You make better decisions. You do not panic sell at the worst possible time. These are not magic. There are real trade-offs. Covered call ETFs, like JEPI, tend to cap some of your upside during strong bull markets. Because of how the strategy works, you are essentially exchanging some price appreciation for income certainty. And that is a completely reasonable trade-off. For someone in retirement, who needs cash flow more than they need their portfolio to hit new all-time highs every quarter. The retirees I am talking about, the ones who seem to have figured this out, are not just buying one ETF and calling it a day. They are using a layered approach. A typical version might look something like this. You have a core holding in something like SCHD, the Schwab's Dividend Equity ETF, which focuses on high-quality dividend-paying US companies with a history of growing their dividends over time. The yield is not enormous, 3 to 4%. But the dividend growth is real and provides a kind of inflation hedge. Then, layered on top of that, some retirees add exposure to something like JEPI or JEPC, which use covered call strategies to generate higher current income, often 6 to 8%. They tend to be lower volatility than pure equity funds. And then a third layer, international dividend exposure, or a REIT ETF, real estate, to add diversification, so your income is not entirely dependent on how US large cap stocks happen to be performing. What you end up with is essentially a portfolio that generates income the same way a rental property portfolio might. Multiple streams, different sources, some more stable than others, but all working together to produce a consistent monthly or quarterly check. A retired teacher once described her ETF portfolio as her invisible landlord. Every month, income shows up. She does not have to call a plumber or evict anyone. She does not have to time the market or decide when to sell. The money just comes. Many retirees using this approach combine it with the bucket strategy. The combination is genuinely powerful. Bucket 1. Short-term, cash and safe bonds. Covers your expenses for the next 1 to 2 years. Bucket 2. Medium-term, income ETFs. Replenishes bucket 1 over time. Bucket 3. Long-term, growth. That you will not touch for a decade or more. The brilliance of combining this with income ETFs is that the income generated by your bucket 2 automatically flows into your bucket 1. You do not have to make active decisions about selling. You do not have to time anything. The income just refills the bucket you are drawing from. This defanges sequence of returns risk, because you always have that short-term buffer, even if the market drops 30%. In year 2 of your retirement, the scenario that terrifies most retirees. Your daily living expenses are covered by the cash bucket, and your income ETFs are still generating distributions. You do not have to sell anything at depressed prices. You can let the growth portion of your portfolio recover without being forced to liquidate it. The best retirement income strategies are usually the ones a 68-year-old does not have to actively manage every day. The ones that kind of run themselves. Income ETFs generate, well, income, which is generally taxable in the year you receive it. And depending on the type of income, it might be taxed at ordinary income rates, rather than the lower qualified dividend or capital gains rates. This does not make the strategy bad. It just means you need to think carefully about where to hold these ETFs. Retirees who have done their homework tend to hold their high-yield income-generating ETFs inside tax-advantaged accounts, traditional IRAs, Roth IRAs, 401ks, wherever possible, inside a Roth IRA. For example, all that monthly income is growing and eventually distributing completely tax-free. That is extraordinary. An ETF generating 7% annually inside a Roth IRA is a genuinely powerful income machine that the IRS cannot touch. In taxable accounts, it makes more sense to lean toward the more tax-efficient dividend growth ETFs, like SCHD, where more of the distributions qualify for the lower qualified dividend tax rate. It is not the highest yield, but it is yield you get to keep more of. This is one of those places where the strategy rewards a little bit of upfront planning. If you are approaching retirement and you have not sat down with a fee-only financial advisor to think through the tax location of your assets, that is probably worth doing. This strategy, the layered income ETF approach, is not going to make you rich. It is not going to give you maximum possible portfolio growth over a long retirement. If the market goes on a historic decade-long bull run, a retiree using covered call ETFs is going to trail someone who just held a pure total market index fund. That is the mathematical reality. Capping your upside in exchange for income certainty. For most retirees, that is completely fine. Because here is the thing. The goal in retirement has fundamentally shifted. You are not trying to maximize wealth anymore. You are trying to maximize quality of life. With the wealth you have, you are trying to make sure the money lasts, that you can spend confidently, that you can enjoy what you worked 40 years toward. Research shows that retirees with reliable income streams, regardless of the absolute amount, report higher life satisfaction than retirees with larger portfolios. But variable, uncertain income. Certainty matters. Predictability matters. Being able to book that trip to see your grandchildren without calculating whether the market had a good month first. That matters. In that sense, giving up a little portfolio growth to get that predictability and peace of mind is not a sacrifice. It is actually the whole point. The retirees quietly using this ETF strategy are not doing anything exotic or complicated. They are not timing the market. They are not gambling on individual stocks. They have just made a deliberate shift in how they think about their portfolio. From a pile of assets they will sell down over time to an income-generating machine that produces cash flow, the way a business or a rental property does. They have combined it with the psychological and mathematical safety of the bucket approach. So short-term market volatility never forces their hand. And they have paid attention to tax location. So as much of that income as possible stays in their pocket. It is not glamorous. There is no viral moment in this strategy. Nobody is going on a podcast to talk about the time their covered call ETF portfolio went to the moon. But there are a lot of people sleeping well, living without that low-level financial anxiety that shadows so many retirees who are watching a volatile portfolio and wondering if it is going to last. Here is what you will do right now. 1. Hit subscribe, because the algorithm will not show you the next video if you do not. 2. Research Income ETFs, JEPI, SCHD, DIVO. Just to know they exist. 3. If you are approaching retirement, ask yourself honestly, have I built income? Or am I just hoping my pile of assets lasts long enough? Because that is the question. And it is worth asking now, while there is still time, to build something that answers it well. See you in the next video.